shield operators can be some of the most annoying operators to deal with in Rainbow Six Siege. So today I'm going to be showing you every single type of way you can counter shield operators currently so that you can deal with shield operators better the next time you come across one. And make sure you guys stick around to the end because some of these will surprise you. Now, as you can see here, we have a Montaigne, which is another person that I am also controlling here. And the very first way that you can counter shields, everyone should know this, is when you punch them. Now, when you punch any shield operator like this, Blitz or a Fuse or someone like this who has a shield that doesn't cover their whole body, they will get staggered just like this, revealing their entire body. Now, with that being said, if a Monty is fully extended like this, as you can see, he doesn't really flinch all that much. But one thing a lot of people don't know is if you keep meleeing, he will actually slowly stagger more and more. And as you can see, he's reacting more and more to each of these melees. What this means is if you keep meleeing him and he's backed up in a corner, for example, eventually you'll be able to shoot him in the head. Now, operators that directly counter shield operators. The very first one that you guys should be familiar with is Legion. If a shield operator walks over a Legion mine, they will have to eventually put their guard down to pick up the Legion mine, as you can see here. You'll walk over it and they will be taking damage, and eventually they will have to retract and pull it out of their leg, in which case they will be vulnerable, you can aim, and you can shoot them. Now, the next operator that is good for perfectly countering shield operators is an operator like Ela, as you can actually see on the front of Montaigne's shield here. Now, all she does is have to throw her Ela mines like that. If a shield operator walks past, as you can see, it will stun them, and again, it will reveal them for a second. And if you are playing Ela, what I would recommend, keep one in your back pocket if you know they're going to be running a shield operator, because even if they're fully extended and they're trying to put pressure on you, you can directly throw this at them, and when it eventually sets off, you can use that to kill them directly. Kind of use it as like an impact stun. Now, the next operator that directly counters shield operators is an operator like Echo. Now, if you're on an Echo drone, obviously you can use his Echo drone to stun shield operators just like that. This is especially great if they're going for the plant, because not only will you be able to stop them from planting there, but once you've actually stunned them, you'll be able to kill them and finish them off. Now, two other operators that also counter shield operators are Capcan and Frost. They are two trap operators within the game, and these are good for countering shields because when they come in and they are looking for intel, watching corners and stuff like that, when a shield operator isn't looking, or when they bash directly through a barricade just like this, they might take a lot of damage. Now, this doesn't actually kill the Montaigne, and do remember, if the shield itself is actually covering the side of the body that takes the explosion, it will actually take a lot of the damage. So for example, with a fully extended Montaigne, even with 2 or 3 traps on a door, sometimes they can survive, but keep that in mind. But this Montaigne right now is only on 5 HP, as you can see here. Now, as for playing Frost, what I like to do is put them underneath doorways. Now, if this is any other operator, normally they jump through the window, look down, and shoot it straight away. But with shield operators and the new breaking through barricade mechanic, I know that a lot of shield operators just come crashing through barricades, and obviously where they have their shield out, they are actually unable to look down and shoot it to destroy it. Another great tip when placing frost mats as well is to use it on staircases, because as we will demonstrate in just a second, when a shield operator comes up the stairs, normally they are not looking at the floor over here. They are actually turning around and watching what is behind them. So if you use this as a chance to just hide a little cheeky frost mat out in the open, not even hidden really that well, and as you guys can see from the Montaigne's perspective, they will go full shield, they will check their back as they come up, and as they back up into this corner, they will hit that frost mat and they will not see what is coming. Now, another direct counter to shields as a defender pick is actually another shield operator themselves in Clash, because when you play Clash, the electrification will once again stun them to the same point as when you melee them. As you guys can see that prolonged stun effect coming in. The longer you are stunning them for, the more and more staggered that shield gets. Especially with the way the shield works now, where you can plant it down. If you ever find yourself catching a shield operator off guard with an already planted shield, you can use this to just quickly peek and take out the shield operator when they are stunned. Now, the final operator that directly counters shield operators is going to be Oryx with his dash. As everyone knows, Oryx is the best direct counter to shield specifically. Even if you have a fully extended Monty shield, again, you can just knock them over straight on their back. They'll even be stunned for a second where they won't be able to shoot back, and you'll be able to take full advantage and kill them. Now, the next way to counter shields is one of those uncommon ones that I think a lot of people don't actually know, but that is actually the fire extinguishers. Now, if you guys don't know, when you're close to a fire extinguisher, when it goes off, it acts as a pretty bad stun grenade, but this is also perfect for countering shields. So if you find yourself in this situation where you see a shield operator, maybe they're not fully paying attention to the fire extinguisher right there, and if they end up pushing up and getting a little bit too close to that fire extinguisher, all you need to do is shoot it, and as you can see, it will actually like open them up a little bit and make them stagger, and you can take full advantage of that and just kill them while they're in the smoke. And then on top of the fire extinguishers, we also have the gas pipes. Now, as we guys know, if you shoot a gas pipe, it will deal damage, and if the operator pushes in through here, they will take that damage. Now, if they're nearby when this actually explodes, it will instantly kill them, kind of like a C4. And again, that fire that goes around, that will also damage any shield operators. The gas pipes themselves are very strong against those operators. So again, if you ever find yourself in a situation where there is a shield operator next to a gas pipe, but they're not 100% aware of it, or they're not taking it too seriously and end up pushing in or getting a little bit too close, all you need to do is just shoot that gas pipe and it will kill them immediately. Now, the final two things I wanted to talk about are impact grenades and C4s and how they interact with shield operators. Now, if you're using impact grenades, I would use them as a mean of stunning rather than going for damage. Now, if you throw this directly at the shield, it won't actually do any damage to the operator, but it will stun them and make them stagger their shield up and to the left. Now, if you do want to deal damage, what you would have to do is throw it slightly behind them so that the explosion would still do damage. Otherwise, the shield itself will just absorb all of it. Now, this goes the same for C4s actually. If you detonate a C4 in front of this operator, it will absorb most of the damage. What you need to do is either throw it to the sides or up and behind the operator themselves. So once again, impact grenades, throw directly at them, try and get a shot on them like that. The best way to do that is by throwing it and going off to the side. And then if you're going for a C4 kill, instead of throwing it directly in front of them or at them, throw it to the side, where hopefully you'll be able to get that C4 kill. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, that is every single way to counter shield operators in Rainbow Six Siege. Hopefully you found this video helpful. Make sure you get out there and don't die to shield anymore.